They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
It's liberal propaganda, I tell you!
Would you want to live like this if you were in
Makes
our place?
Sumeru great again.
The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all
King Deshret will make everything better.
return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the
He's
other
gonna build the wall!
They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
He's gonna make the Eremites pay for it.
Is that so?
Is that so? You know the drill. What are we doing?
So previously we were investigating why the mad scholars from the Aru village were disappearing, and we met Alhaitham and Sino, and they were at each other's throats. But then Candace was like, "Stop fighting!" So now they're helping you try and figure out what happened to the mad scholars.
Candace dick fit in your mouth? I still love that headcanon. She just tries to bait it out of everybody.
Did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think.
Holds out his hand. I need some more thinking.
When I was
20
eating
bucks?
dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and
Can we
eating
talk about how
mushrooms and
out of place
tree
Sino
roots.
looks here? Like,
Shouldn't go around
we're
eating
the
that kind of
traveler
stuff.
and we're wearing outfit from like literally another like world, but even Sino stands out more than we do.
Okay.
Well, it's hard when you walk around with a wolf mask and no shirt.
Anything else?
Like,
No,
we
I
actually
think
look like
that's
we
all I
could
have
fit
to
in
tell you.
here.
Sorry.
Sino doesn't, and he's from this nation.
The scholars that have
Shanny.
gone missing.
A
Have you
shamisen?
seen them?
What even is a Shamson?
Those eyes. Those
Real Mormons?
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the
The
mad
villains.
scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly,
Hey, Sino, do you want to stop like intimidating all the people we're trying to ask?
Sino,
There's
you want to put on
locals.
a fucking shirt?
They've
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are...
Grandpa. Oh, hello there. It's little
Grandpa, that wasn't Grandpa, Timmy. That was a crackhead at 7-Eleven.
He was
But,
actually
like,
the one who
literally, though.
protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his
Oh, hey, there's
hands
a
on the
burial
ground.
ground right there.
Oh, what?
If you look just above the dialogue box on the right side.
Oh yeah, we can grave rob them.
It feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it.
That's my dad's grave!
That's Grandpa!
What are you
Well,
doing?
Whatever the case,
What does it
I'll
look like I'm
always
doing?
be
Shouldn't have buried him with
thankful for the
$10,000.
things I taught him.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yonk.
Not that much lower.
Oh, okay. Lower, just not that low.
Yeah.
It's like price is right up in this bitch. This place would not pass OSHA regulation. What the fuck? Am I that heavy?
At this point, you might as well just take the waypoint.
No, I'm riding this out. I'm not cutting this out either. Fucking bullshit.
Hey, it's Kazan.
Ozbaza?
Your cousin Kazan.
I couldn't really think of a different name.
It's not even gonna take you to where you go, you know that, right?
Isn't it taking me all the way up? It should take me all the way up.
Duel is a battle of wills.
Maybe?
And the sword and
It doesn't, I'm suing.
Oh.
duelist spirit. If your heart
Oh.
Oh.
then your sword may as well be in its scabbard. Because you will not wield it effectively against your
Man,
foe.
why doesn't it have like elevator buttons? Come on.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
You know, the one who likes to shoot up heroin?
Oh,
Speaking
well,
of
if
which,
it
when I was
isn't
getting Dairy Queen
Izak.
earlier, there's literally
Oh, your
a
grandpa,
chick
huh?
like just standing in like a really shallow
It's been
corner
a
behind the
while.
store, just
The
like
last
facing the
time I
corner,
saw
and then
him,
afterwards she was
he
like
was
stumbling around. I was
spacing
like,
out
yeah,
by
she
the
totally
road
was
as
just shooting
usual.
up heroin in the
I
corner
went and
there.
asked him if he'd like
Yeah,
any
man,
of the
Dairy
food
Queen's the
I
best place to do it.
prepared. Speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora.
Women, am I right?
She's only
Just laugh track.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking care of me.
Fades to credits.
Well, once you found him, come by my place again.
Well,
and I'll cook a little something.
I
for
think
the
it's
both
about
of you.
time I hit the old hay.
Well, about time I hit the old dusty trail.
Since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free.
Why
to
did you
come
shake
by
your head no when he
anytime.
said that? Your family, not really.
Hi. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
I wish I had a family.
Don't say anything for now.
Okay, I wasn't going to.
I don't say anything ever,
Izak,
anyways.
Stay here.
Do you have built-in radar? With those
Yes.
ears?
Let's head over there.
Yep,
They
that's,
look fake.
he's like
Quiet as you move.
Tainari, except those ones are like mechanical.
Yeah. That's Tainari built those from his radar days.
See if you can make out what they're saying.
Can't you
You're
with
the
your
one with
mechanic?
the yeah.
Can't you with your mechanical ears?
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
I've heard this story before.
Yes, of course I have.
You know, he spent 3 days in a cave, then he was resurrected. I get it.
Still.
Haven't you noticed? The village Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't
That-
quite know why.
It happens
It
a
seems
lot.
like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
But now they're going insane, and you're saying he's being resurrected. That doesn't correlate.
Does he just make people insane at
Isn't it a
whims?
sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as
Yes,
the
me, that's
final
just a
sacrifice
drug
for King
problem.
Deshret's resurrection.
Now that you say
No
it,
correlation.
that does make some sense.
No,
No,
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't.
It doesn't.
Mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
You live in a desert in a cavern, and I believe one strong earthquake and this entire city's gone.
Exactly. Those city
Yeah, they
folks
didn't
forget
really
what's coming to them.
city plan that very well. They need to get some civil engineers up in here.
Now,
Oh shit, I was gonna have a heyday with this
repeat
place.
everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Why? You heard it all.
Why do you have leg protectors that look like my local bowling alley carpet?
They look like fucking bus seats.
They look like cosmic brownies.
Ugh. Man, I miss those.
Huh?
Ah, furry!
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You guys are talking in the middle of the street on a very, you're next to the main bridge.
Yep. You're in a high traffic
Patience is
area.
running thin. You heard what
Hey.
I asked.
Sino? These guys are just, talking about stuff.
Bro, this guy's something else.
Bro.
Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Okay, bro.
Tell me about
Don't tase me, bro!
Deshret's resurrection.
They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
It's liberal propaganda, I tell you!
Would you want to live like this if you were in
Makes
our place?
Sumeru great again.
The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all
King Deshret will make everything better.
Speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the
He's
other
gonna build the wall!
They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
He's gonna make the Eremites pay for it.
Is that so?
Is that so?
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the
They heard his policies
There's
yet?
this radical person you talked about.
I don't really agree with this platform.
I haven't run into him over
He's
the
gonna
past few
he's
days.
gonna deport all the Eremites.
Probably hasn't been.
No.
Some of my best friends are Eremites.
I didn't dare lie to you. He's really.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Sino's not terrifying. He's
He didn't try
just
to reassure us at all.
I don't even
Edgy.
know. Yeah, he's just edgy. I heard that.
Sorry.
It's
I'm not
part of
sorry.
being a Matra.
Fuck yourself, Sino.
The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But very well.
Don't we need a warrant to check their homes?
Nah, it's the desert. Nobody cares.
I'm here.
I take issue with that statement.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Grandpa, oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then,
Sounds like a child.
he yells
He's
out
looking
at
for a
his
needle.
lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's
Huh? Who are you?
Really?
What are you
I
doing?
know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Your real what kind of home did you grow up in that sounds like your real grandpa?
Well, this is where grandpa usually stays.
Well, it's not far off from a dumpster, so I was kind of right.
There sure isn't much
The shit
here.
shack.
What's that? What's that smell? It's the bathroom.
No.
Incense?
I've never smelled weed before.
Please don't say it's the same
What is that, a skunk?
Okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler?
So, you know Tainari.
Yeah, who hasn't heard of that freak?
Huh? You know him too?
Because he's definitely heard of you.
You're just hearing us right now.
Yeah.
Now that I
Camera
can't.
pans. He's just peeking around the corner.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Yeah, he got me high when he was trying to get me off weed.
Yes, this floor is made of floor.
Yes, very sandy.
What are you looking for, Sino?
More sand.
Here it is.
The sand is different
Take a
from the
look
rest
right
of the
here.
sand.
You see this? It's a brown spot in the sand. That means the sand is no good.
See this one sand pile? It has 5,291 grains of sand. See this one? It only has 5,200.
Who took the sand?
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
Bro, we could tell even if they weren't buried. Did you not see them earlier?
The traces have been completely buried in the sand, and there's footprint. Hold on. How can you see them if they're completely buried?
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male.
Sexist.
This scent is quite faint.
Why are you sniffing their
Still
feet?
extant.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
I don't know, his loan
We're
shark?
friends.
We'd have
His
to
plug?
ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Owes them money.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
I don't like where this is going.
With liking good food.
Exactly. Even deep within the clutches of madness.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
This is what you two fuckers have been doing?
Too.
Yeah, they talk about beauty and fashion. Because, you know, girls.
Weren't you guys supposed to be doing something when me and him were like, you know, doing shit?
Nah.
We've got a lot to tell you.
Don't you know that they're all
Welcome
they're
back.
girls? All they do is talk about fashion and makeup.
Shoe shopping.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
We're not.
Oh, Dia's here too.
Don't lump me in with this shirtless freak.
Bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
You wanna, like, cheer the fuck up there, buddy?
Also, can we talk about how everyone here is showing their belly button but Paimon?
Why do you want to see Paimon's belly button?
We haven't
I
him
don't.
at
I'm just
all.
saying that everyone here is showing their belly button butt Paimon.
It-
No,
she's
the odd one out.
she's got the fake belly button because the diaper's right below it.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
No.
That the crackhead grandpa's attracted to weed.
I see.
It's not really...
So
she said
someone
useful,
used a
not
kind of
obvious.
incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
How is incense
The
leading people
resurrection
away?
of King Deshret?
Because
I've
it's the
heard of
same
it.
incense that they use to
Far as I know, the kind of
spiritually
incense you just
connect with
mentioned is
Norman's
only
soul.
popular beyond the wall.
So you remember
Scholars are
Hypatia at the
fond
beginning,
of
the
it,
person
but
who got
as you
us
can see, there aren't many
the
scholars still
fucking
studying
drug
it.
trip the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time?
yeah.
No seller would be able to
It's
make
that
a profit
incense.
Here.
So
Not to
basically, people
mention,
like
making incense
Hypatia
is a
who went
labor-intensive
mad are still
process.
attracted to it.
You won't see anybody in the desert with
So...
the patience to make it. It seems someone
Couldn't
from
they...
Makes
Couldn't the
sense.
authorities just, like, burn some of that sage? And
If
then...
it was
Or not
any
sage.
other
Couldn't they
day,
burn some of
that
that
would be your
incense
next
and then, you
logical
know...
step.
like,
Didn't you
take
say
them to
that the
jail?
villager got it-
Or lock them up? Or...
Remembers correct.
That's
yeah.
basically what they
Delavar,
did.
The scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The
What?
whole lot of
Fucking where?
Where have you heard these... Oh, hello, sir. How are you today?
these guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
But he said he's gonna build the wall.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
You really need to stop calling them that. If we're gonna make these references to real-life events. Dia's winking at me.
That was not a wink.
No
That
merc
was a
can
side
afford
eye.
to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every Mora
It's not called slacking off, it's something else.
valuable investment.
Let's head out.
I don't wanna.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Thank God.
Why?
We're going inside until you put a shirt on.
You're getting a sunburn.
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you
Yeah,
has already got
you
out.
especially.
Yeah, since you threatened 2 people.
The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
You guys live, I believe, at least 3 miles away from, like, actual, like, greenery. It's not as hard as you think it is to survive out here. You just, you know, walk down to the store or an apple orchard.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Huh?
I need to go around and ask some questions.
So you have no fighting skill and you protected Dunrazad. Why?
No, she's lying.
Good.
Because she
I've
knows
got a
she's being
plan.
listened to.
The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
That's why she was side-eyeing. Or, as Traveler puts it, winking at you.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds
It's
like you're
always
starting
so
to get
much
familiar with
better.
the area.
How we laughed and laughed. Except I wasn't laughing.
Amazed every time we see the wall of Samia.
Where did that come from?
I know
She
what you
said,
mean.
here we are
I
again.
had
That's the
same
first
question
line.
Every time I
Oh.
walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here?
I don't know, probably for geological reasons.
Storms?
Can it really block sandstorms? I don't know, fucking ask a weatherman.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms.
Except
serves
you
a
guys
more
walk
important purpose.
through it all
Keeping
the
out people
fucking
like
time.
us.
What do you mean?
Weren't we just on the other side of it?
Exactly. There's
Sumeru
literally a
is run by
city that
guys
walks
and
right
ladies.
through the wall.
Isn't that the opening right
Us
there?
Desert dwellers are nothing but tools
Yeah.
that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor.
Hey, look at
Like
this gate, you know, that has a
easy to
keypad. Watch me
control.
walk around it.
Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia
so
believes
advanced
we're
racism.
underserved. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate.
Well, how about they stop going to that area? Isn't there, like, Loe, or isn't there, like, Mondstadt? Couldn't they make their place anywhere else?
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Probably, but
I
they
don't...
probably have to go through Sumeru City to get there, or they have to somehow acquire a boat.
You're not thinking about doing any...
No, not at all. This place just...
Well, couldn't they just, like, caravan?
That's all. Besides, we're here to
Yep.
Probably? Underground Railroad through Sumeru?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, not Underground Railroad to Sumeru, but, like, you could easily
Caravan Rebot is crawling.
do, like, Manifest Destiny. And, like, you know, get a giant caravan of goods, and then you just don't have to go to Sumeru for goods.
Maybe we'll find...
True.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Hey, buddy, you okay?
Sitting here all by your lonesome?
Pissing all by yourself?
Well, you got 2 cups there.
Who's your friend?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki.
Can I get a drink?
Friendly face.
I'm down for drinking if you are. Oh no, I forgot my ID. Can someone cover for me?
From another land? Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
Now we're talking.
We've had drinks together a few
You
times.
drink out of a
You could say
teapot?
We go back a ways. Anyway, as far as
I
my
don't know
friends
about you,
here,
but I don't
they aren't
put,
too shabby
like, you
either.
know, alcohol
Rarely
in a
see an
teapot.
outlander so friendly and respectful nowadays.
I mean,
Absolutely. Much
I
better
don't
than those people on
blame
the other
him,
side of the...
Yeah.
but
Have you seen Edgar?
Of course I
it's
have.
definitely different.
Matter of fact,
Yeah,
we're all here
look,
drinking
he's got
together
3
just
cups in a
2 days
teapot
ago.
back there, and he's talking about drinking. Were you drinking
I've got a
fucking
spice
tea?
trade
And he's
with
drinking
some
sand.
information.
There's no actual liquor
thoughtful
here.
of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
How do you live in the desert and you're like, I need to re-white balance this fucking scene?
He's literally glowing.
He literally
I
is.
prefer to keep this deal.
My eyes!
The beacon is lit!
Are like family. If they're
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's
Like, how is
my
the
friend, too,
Traveler
so
darker
of
than
course I
him?
can take you to him. Come with me.
I don't know.
Are we
He
there
literally
yet?
said, I know a place.
Yep, this is the place.
Such a lovely place.
This is me whenever I visit your world to show you something.
Literally.
Follow me. Where are we going? I know a place.
Why don't you take
You want to get all the hydrocalypses?
a wild...
Well, we have to go. We have to go down into this deep tunnel underwater, and also through this river that's also underwater.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
You're one of them!
Been watching us from the very beginning.
Uh-oh.
You're one of them, a liberal.
And you left the street.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, but you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to stop with the references to real life, or else this episode's gonna be entirely bleeped out. As much as I want to make a joke about January 6th.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Mr.
Why does he sound drunk?
You should have known.
Dia.
Long time no see.
Fellow desert dweller.
Yeah, gee, what?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Don't you... Why do you want to overthrow the academia? Because you want a better life? Well, what do you need for a better life? Mora?
Knowledge.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Cool.
Enough talking! Get him!
Put your hands on your hips.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Impossible!
How could you fucking shoot me?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? And of course you would believe
Who would fucking believe that?
The only thing you know about
A merc with no fighting skills?
But you've even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
I'm still not convinced, because we still haven't seen you fight.
You lied in the village because you figured...
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay.
Dia,
That should be all of them.
look at your shoes. A swift kick to the head is going to kill him.
She has literal spikes in like 3 places. The heel, the toe, and like up on the leg too.
Yeah, any part of that shoe was killing a man.
So you've been planning this since we were in Aruville?
No task can be done without preparation. So Enger and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
Even though he's dead.
He's just a numbskull who fell right
He's
into
not
our
how can he be superior
Zaki
if he's
was
dead?
probably the most hidden of them all.
They killed him because he was too strong, you see? Don't you get it?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's
He's
house,
too
right?
powerful to be kept alive.
It's a witch hunt, I say.
No, he isn't.
All the other kingdoms are just out to get him.
Ah, you're too kind.
He's gonna drain the swamp. Shit, I'm back on the topic.
If I'm honest.
That thing you were about how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Yeah, that's all true, Paimon. Give her $50 now.
Does that bother you?
Yes. Actually, no, it
Makes you
doesn't.
so sure.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the
I mean,
sages
you
are
might
behind
wanna-
everything that's happened
I
recently.
mean, maybe your god
The
is.
radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, but I see through it all. And unlike
What do you
them,
mean?
I can never.
Dia.
I
Anyway,
mean,
looks like we're done with.
childhood cancer?
Candace, do you need any help?
Can a stick fit your mouth?
Candace will be okay on her own.
Do you think the VAs think of that every time they have to say Candace?
I fucking hope so.
She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'm good.
I'll meet you back.
I'll
here
explore the
tomorrow.
one house that's next to this one. That'll be it.
As for these idiots,
Can I watch mommy step on them? What?
Oh, that might be the first bleep of this episode. Oh, cool.
Hey, Dia's been standing here the whole time too. She kept me company.
Hey, Dia.
How was your nightstand?
Right on time.
You learn anything from the criminals? I don't know. I've just been blacked out here with you.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know
His eyes
Candace
just
pretty
glazed over
well.
when the timer writes
Have you
out.
been
She like
friends for a
focuses
long
in.
time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior,
She's always willing to
never
crack a joke
misuses her
whenever
powers
the enemy
for
says her
good.
name.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
I don't...
Don't we do that all the time?
Yeah, don't... Doesn't that happen, like, a lot?
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Isn't everybody?
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really?
Thanks, Paimon.
Thanks for that.
Oh god, he's back.
Oh, Sino's here.
We couldn't get him to put on a shirt.
Too.
Yes.
He was here
I
for the
here
nightstand
yesterday to
too.
help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
By being a really bad thirst trap.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Just hear Candace through the door. Can these nuts fit in your mouth?
Then you hear, like, absolute, like, terrors and scream, "Please stop!"
Right. Come on in, everyone.
Candace opens the door and she's covered in blood.
Come on, let's go inside.
Jumper cables are off to the side.
Candace, where? Whoa.
Candace, balls fit in your mouth!
Curious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes. And
That
it'll
looks like
still
bloodlust
show
to you?
itself at the
She just
corner of
looks
your
kind of annoyed.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
I don't know about that one.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Now get into the furnace.
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
They all just look like a bunch of kids being like, "Oh, we're sorry, Ma."
Yeah, did she beat you with oranges? Because I don't see any bruises.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk.
Okay.
The absurdity is mind-boggling.
You don't either when you kill people.
The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers.
You weren't saying
They are
that last
vulnerable to our
episode.
community. And some
You were literally just saying, "Hey, yeah, the mad scholars are over here and the mad scholars are over there."
You come here to my
Yeah,
village.
isn't she supposed to
and
be
you
living
treat
in the
my
village?
people as nothing more than stepping
She's not a
stones
village
towards
keeper.
your goal.
She's above the law.
What would
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
we may
Yeah, it's
all
right behind
be
him.
desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god.
What about the people who need democracy?
A war will only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, please.
I'm listening.
Hey, Grandpa, you okay?
This shit is hot.
I'm into this! Holy shit! I hired her off for looks and oh boy, it's paying off.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea.
Not gonna believe
Someone
this.
was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection.
It was a psyop!
mystery man
A psyop, I tell you!
scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives.
And you fucking believed him.
Anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
You were calling them mad scholars too!
Mm-hmm.
You fucking
The
hypocrites.
hypocrisy is palpable.
It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him.
Mystery man. He's wearing a hood and everything. Sunglasses.
He said we get 72 versions if we did something. He never got to that part, though.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Ooh, spooky.
Wait, I'm telling you the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Can you... Are you gonna stay here, please?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No, that guy. He
oh, you were right.
He does wear a cloak.
Always careful to cover his face.
I believe I may know what's going on.
I'm finished. I'll tell you the truth now.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
I'm the mystery man. Oh, he's beating up the cameraman.
It's always, you know, with those side boob angles.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, speak.
If my
Or forever hold
suspicions
your
are
peace.
correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Well, they didn't mention him. Oh, I thought it said Al-Haytham.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away.
In my younger years, when I was 74.
Insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers.
Yeah, it's
right
called a
into their
psyop.
hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back. We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought.
That guy's smiling face.
But what did they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Did you say exploit or export?
Exploit.
Regardless, our top priority
No,
now
now
is
you're calling
locating
the village keepers.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sokka's time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Leaving so soon?
Yes. Pack up.
You got it. Candace?
I'm ready for round 2.
Leave it.
I hate to see you leave. I'll love to watch you go.
You're definitely getting a raise, Candace.